All right, I'm joined now by Tony Asaro, Community Relations for the Sacramento River Cats. And Tony, we're here to talk about your annual high school baseball program. It's a great event. It runs for primarily most of March, but throughout the spring. Exactly. Let's talk about first, and you and I have talked about this before. How did it get started? What was sort of the roots of getting this going about 9 years ago?
Well, the organization wanted to get high schools involved with the River Cats. We had done well at the elementary level, junior high level, and we wanted to get high schools. And so I went to Billy Richardson. Billy Richardson at the time, I think he was coaching Del Campo High School. He went on to BBV, and he was a minor league manager. I said, Billy, how can we get high schools involved? He said, Tony, they want to play at Raley Field. So I came back and shared that with the organization, and then we were able to create this high school baseball program that generates money for high school athletics and allows both the junior varsity and the varsity teams to have a game here at Raley Field. 38 different high schools this year are doing that.
It's great, and we're talking high schools from all over the region. This isn't just in Sacramento or just in one county. These are teams from all over the area. With you now in your 9th year doing that, what's sort of the feedback from the players you get? I've talked to players, they're awfully thrilled, but what do you hear from them and the coaches?
I remember the first year, and the first two teams that played here actually were McClatchy and Woodland. But later on that season, Nevada Union was here, and I came to the game, and after the game I was going to my car, and two of the players from Nevada Union, they had lost the game. I said, gosh, guys, I'm sorry you lost. And they go, are you kidding me? I played left field. I played on this field. Every time I come to Raley Field, I can tell everyone I played out there. And that's how powerful it is. Besides $100,000 going back to the programs, the memory for those kids is incredible. It's just amazing.
Yeah, and what's cool is, as you mentioned, it's not just the varsity, it's the JV as well. They get to experience it. Now, it all starts March 2nd. We've got Rio Americano, a school you're awfully close to, taking on Bella Vista. Two teams that we think should be in the playoffs. You got a great matchup. And perhaps the highlight maybe game of the spring could be Jesuit and Davis.
Every year they play each other, and they want to play here at Raley Field. It's a slam dunk. We love to have those communities here. The four schools that you just mentioned are ones in which they bring out the entire student body and alumni. They get it, all kinds of people involved in it. It's just a great experience. And then we'll have, I'll mention, Esparto against East Nicholas. So it's not just the Giants that are playing here. It's some of the, you see it all. You see talent from all the different levels.
And for you personally, baseball season right around the corner. How excited for you? River Cats, another season out here. Always big crowds. Busy time of year for you.
I love it. It's, I speak to 200,000 kids a year out at assemblies, and to be able to add the whole baseball element, I love the game of baseball. Two things I want to mention real quick. We got Sac State and Cal State Fullerton playing here in March, and then we also have Chico State and Sonoma State playing in April, a doubleheader. There's a day game that the River Cats play, and then Chico and Sonoma play immediately following. So besides the little leaguers that come out, and then go on to play at the high school level and play here, we have those college players coming back as well.
And that's something you wanted to work in. You wanted to work in some college games. And one last note we can't forget, we have in early June, I think about, you can probably give me a more precise date, but you have the All-Star Games for high school. Talk a little bit about that.
The showcase game, June 3rd, will be here. It'll be the best 50 high school baseball players in the region. We get former Major League players. I say former, they're always Major League players. Yeah. The Jerry Manuels and Greg Vaughn and all kinds of great guys, Brad Kilby, they'll all be out here coaching those guys, which is so exciting to have that happen. And this year, the owner, Susan Savage, said, we're doing that game like a River Cats game. So those guys will be here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to play a game at 6:30 that night. They're going to go through all the same things that a major leaguer has. Last year, Mike, we had them going, hey, how come we have to show up? Hey, guys, you're in the big leagues now. Yeah. This is you're at the next level. You're going to have to do this right. And to have those major leaguers sharing ideas and with them is just so amazing.
It is. And one last thing, we can't let this go either. Yeah. Still on the high school the high school conversation. Of course, you have your All-City Awards, and we couldn't end this without at least mention those. Again, you got those coming up in May. Talk a little bit about that and the process for deciding those athletes.
Great celebration. We actually reach out to yourself, the B, Joe, and the coaches around the area and so forth, and then Mark McDermott, former B writer, is a key element to that. But in all 27 high school CIF sanctioned sports, we do all city, and we honor them here in front of their parents. There'll be somewhere in the neighborhood of about 3,000 to 4,000 people here pre-game, and each of them gets a patch that they can put on their jacket, their Letterman sweater, whatever they have, as well as we do male and female athletes of the year, and the athlete of the year for each of those individual sports. And so it's just a great celebration.
It is, and you talk about community. River Cats is about as community as you can get, and when you go to the high school level, I think that is the same thing as there as well. So Tony, nice catching up with you. We'll see plenty of you this next month in March, and we can't wait to get started.